Hello everyone, and welcome back to Century of Economy 2020. When we last left off, the Cursed were losing the war with the pirates, and the Spanish were about to bring the hammer down on the Americans. Now, on to the action. The Spanish get things going with the Grand Path, blasting away at the Egan. Every hit removed a crew from the American ship, thanks to the efforts of Kian Ni. Then the Acorazado sailed in and finished the job the Path and Rampage started, sinking the Egan. The Spanish seemed to be splitting their forces, with a squadron going around the western side of the island and another around the eastern. The Spanish know they need more ships to truly subjugate the Americans, but they lack the necessary funds to launch that many ships, for now. Their resource and gold runners will be under great duress to meet the demands of the growing empire. Intermediaro gives John's cutlass to the Lady Provost, who was docked at the former English home island. The Spanish cash in the few valuable resources they have ahead of the resource change. The Cursed reveal favor of the gods, eliminating the mermaids from play, and freeing up the Phantom. Elsewhere, Morgul defeats Angelica, but has been severely wounded in the process. The Phantom sacked a crew and attempted to escort the Zeus, but was cancelled by Tia Dalma on the Pirate 10. This became a minor bone of contention, as the Cursed controller argued that Madame Maria on the Phantom and Tia Dalma on the Zeus would cancel out if they got within range of one another. Deciding it was not worth arguing too much over, the Phantom instead shot a firepot at the Zeus with a specialist and used her extra action to flee into the fog. The Vengeance scores multiple hits on the Rampage, eliminating 2 masts from the mercenary ship. Then, using her same action twice, the Vengeance brings the Rampage down to 2 masts standing. Elsewhere, the Pearl manages to derelict the San Cristobal. A shot from the top of the Shuizian shows the now derelict Cristobal and Pearl. The Spanish are shocked, but not too worried, as the Pearl is surrounded by Spanish forces. The Constitution succeeds with her extra action and derelicts the Rampage, a strong move by the Americans, who have concentrated both of their Chancellor ships in one area to counter the Spanish ones. The French trade with the pirates, exchanging metals for the Pyramid Islands resource. Ophidius has been moved by Seleucus, and uses a shoot action to take a mast off of the Sea Rat. Namzu and Maxihibel are waiting for a chance to regenerate at the Cursed Fort. The Deliverance ignores the Pestilence, and focuses fire on the damaged Cyclone, taking off her last mast. The Belladonna rams into the Serpent's Fang, eliminating her last mast and allowing the Bloody Spirit to sail away. The Zeus has put out her fire and is sailing northward again. The Celestin and Sea Monkey have repaired, while the rest of the Cursed fleet has stayed at home, where they are reasonably safe from the pirates. The Velvet Fox sails in between the Sea Rat and Ophidius, readying her cannons. A shoot action later, the Sea Rat is derelict, but not yet sunk. The Black Girl attempts to finish off Morgul, but misses a crucial cannon roll, which kept the fearsome Sea Dragon alive for a while longer. Back at their home island, the pirates buy 2 home island expansions to accommodate their growing fleet. At this time, it was time for resources to change. The dice were rolled, with the 1 and 10 coming up for value and duration. The 1 means that all resources are worth their face value, making finished goods, food, and metals very desirable. This will benefit the Spanish, pirates, and Cursed if they can get any home. The eye-catcher is the duration roll of 10, a long time in-game. The Quest Fort moves to just off the coast of the Split Island and Bone Temple, very much in French waters. Gold has also reappeared on the various gold islands across the map, with several interesting UTs among them. The Spanish waste no time exploring one such island, finding a Monkey's Paw, Neptune's Trident, a Drift, and the Antikythera mechanism. Of these, a Drift was the most significant, as it made all islands unexplored to all factions, and reset the resources of every island in the game. Essentially, a hard reset hits the ocean, as all islands revert back to their unexplored state. This will be significant to the Cursed and the Americans, who had reasonably good resources nearby, and will now be hard-pressed to find new and decent ones. The Spanish do indeed bring the hammer down on the Constitution, with the bevy of Chancellors cancelling out. The Grand Path led the way, eliminating all of the Constitution's crew. The Celtic Fury then got involved, using a combination of cannons and ramming to derelict the Constitution. The Spanish creep around Sharktooth Island, with the Vospero setting the Destiny alight, and the Jade Squad not far behind. The Acorazado slips in between the Constitution and the Vengeance, attempting to rake the Vengeance in the process. Her efforts result in at least 2 masts lost. In the background, reinforcements have been summoned for the Americans, in the form of the Enterprise, with Jonathan Harridan, Commander Albert Crenshaw, a helmsman and oarsman. At the end of their turn, the Spanish relaunch their canoes, with the Chieftain coming into play on the San Leandro in the lagoon, while the canoes are arranged at one of the exterior docks. The Spanish also launched the Santissima Trinidad, a fearsome ship that saw her true debut in last year's game. This year's Spanish have much the same plan as last year's: give the ship as many extra cannons as deemed necessary. Maxihibel and Namzu finally slither into Aguanvari Gakali. Meanwhile, the Phantom has emerged from the fog and set the Sister's Rage on fire, with the fort itself eliminating its last mast. The Phantom then tried to board the Deliverance, but was prevented from doing so by the Deliverance's ghost ship. Morgul has used an extra action from the Grim to swoop twice against the Black Pearl, succeeding both times to derelict the ship. The Cyclone makes for the fort to attempt to repair, while the Pestilence slips by, making a break for the home island. The Sister's Rage is sunk by another volley from the fort. The Mississippi makes land at one of the reset islands, hoping for food or metals, but finding lumber, worth only 1 gold apiece. The Vengeance uses her same action twice to swing around and unleash a volley on the Grand Path, taking a few masts off of the Jade ship. The Enterprise succeeds with her extra action and crosses the stern of the path, resulting in 2 more masts down for the ship. With another shoot action, the Enterprise sinks the Grand Path. If the Spanish were mad before, then they're furious now. The French explore their colony and fort, looking for interesting unique treasures and other things. Instead of anything interesting, they find that Mordu has returned to the island and is preventing any treasure from being loaded at the island. The Premier Republique is summoned to deal with the beast, and a shoot action later, the island is free of the Great Bear once again. A wide shot of French waters as the sun sets on the seas. Re-exploring Kanohi Island, they find metals, what the island had produced originally. However, the split island does not produce what it did originally, with the French finding medicine, as opposed to the island's previous finished goods. The Revenant repairs at the Dead Man's Point, where a gaggle of oarsmen have been hired by the pirates. A colony will only produce 1 coin a turn, and so makes for a very slow income. However, the chests that may be found in the ground will supplement whatever gold is made at the colony. The catch is finding them. The pirates have several ships stationed at their colony whose only purpose is to locate chests to be taken back and cashed in at the home island. The Revenant is given an extra action to explore the island Dead Man's Point is built on, finding some rum. The pirates have stationed a ship right inside of Dead Man's Point, so the fort can repair itself if necessary. Maintaining her ghostly form, the Deliverance sails forward, broadside to Morgul, and kills the mighty beast. Morgul's elimination removes a significant weapon from the Cursed's dwindling arsenal. The Sea Nymph docks at one of the guide islands to Voyanui. A wide shot of the southeastern ocean. The Cursed have more or less been forced to their home island by the pirates, who now occupy most of the territory. The Phantom has been dismasted in the middle left of the frame, and the Cursed are declining rapidly, with no gold on their home island and what feels like an entire ocean to cross to get home. The pirates re-explore the Pyramid Island, finding finished goods, the most valuable resource currently. This makes them very pleased. Re-exploration of Tutorial Island results in metals found for the pirates. The pirates make use of Thok, a crew that lets them move a terrain piece on a die roll of 5 or 6, by moving a reef to obstruct part of the beach on Voyanui. The Freedom emerges from a whirlpool and makes to land at the other guide island to Voyanui. At the end of their turn, the pirates launch Lady Newport from the trading port on Pyramid Island. They also purchase the Skipping Stone, for the express purpose of assigning one of their fleet admirals to it. Smuggler's Fort sees quite a bit of action, with new crew being purchased for the Silver Dagger, while the Broken Key, Terror, and one of the Black Pearls repair at the fort. The Lady Provost reveals Jacques' compass, allowing it to zip back to the Spanish home island and unload some of the treasure that Intermediaro gave it. Her helmsman has been lost to the Curse of the Black Spot, but the ship is otherwise fine. The Spanish used their newest ship, the Santa Ana, to sink the Constitution. The Santa Ana was launched from the rearmost dock of the lagoon, with Almirante Carlos Pavan y Miranda, a helmsman, a firepower specialist, a cannoneer, double shot, and an oarsman. The Spanish find medals at the Hidden Cove, which pleases them. At the end of their turn, they launch 2 ships from the lagoon. La Fuega, with Inquisitor Rosa de la Cruz, a captain, helmsman, cannoneer, and oarsman. The Calavera del Diablo, with Duke Alfonso de Castilla, a helmsman, cannoneer, and oarsman. Both ships have the battleship keyword, which gives them 2 shots per mast and extended range. Behind them, the Rampage has docked and will begin repairing on the next Spanish turn. Namzu and Maxihibel repair, with Namzu receiving an extra action to repair twice. The Pestilence and Phantom have made it into the fog, while the Cyclone is still inching along. The French explore the island St. Pierre is on and find a few interesting UTs. The Cursed Conch, Pirate Codex, Jail, and Witch's Brew. It will be interesting to see how and if the French use the Cursed Conch, while Jail sent the crew of the exploring ship back to the home island. Pirate Codex, however, was extremely significant, as it removed from the game all face-up unique treasures. This included the Wrath of the Loa UT on Voyanui, which made the island accessible again. The French re-explored the shipwreck pathway, finding food. Concerned with Spanish aggression to the Americans, and because the Spanish are moving into where the French wanted to go, the French launched the Sabre, with Robert Surcouf, Gaston Liboucher, a helmsman and oarsman. The French have also launched on turns previous the Coron, with Amiral Louis Cartier, a captain, helmsman, and oarsman, alongside La Corse, with Capitaine Gaston de Saint Croix, and Mademoiselle Josephine Godiva, a captain, helmsman, and oarsman. The Sea Nymph explores the Guide Island, finding the Nightmare's Knot, a powerful UT, along with Plunder and the Curse of Davy Jones. The Freedom found Davy Jones' heart and wet gunpowder on her island, giving the pirates another powerful UT. Freed from the Loa's wrath, the Velvet Fox sinks the Sea Rat. The Deliverance uses her ghost ship to slip through the island and enter Voyanui Bay. The Carnage sinks the Cyclone, while the Bloody Spear eliminates 2 flags and a half from Aguanvari Gakali. The Ranger takes a whirlpool to join the Deliverance in Voyanui Bay. They are soon joined by the Amity. A wide shot of the southeastern ocean. The pirate presence is still very strong, but the Cursed have repaired all of their damaged ships and are ready to try and take a stand. The Zeus and Scopio together make a fearsome duo, and both are keeping an eye on the fog bank that the Phantom is in, waiting for the ship to emerge. With the ruins of Odin no longer in play, the iceberg directly west of the Cursed Home Island is suddenly much less threatening. At the end of their turn, the pirates do a first from any of my games. They build a mercenary fort on the Guide Island to the east of Voyanui. Erebor is constructed, a fort whose flags can only be eliminated by a cannon roll of 6. The pirates also launch a fearsome creature, Beastie, and the Mystic from Dead Man's Point. And that wraps up this report. Things continue to look grim for the Cursed, while the Americans are not much better off, with most of the Spanish firepower in the game bearing down on them. Will Voyanui finally become a point of interest now that the Wrath of the Loa has been removed? If you want to see what happens next, make sure you're subscribed. If you liked what you saw, hit that like button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.